Hey everyone, GrimmChorizo here, and welcome to Wrestling Roundup, the show where I give you this week's wrestling news, rumors, and recap. So this will be the last episode of Wrestling Roundup of 2016, so let's take a look back of the last week of wrestling in 2016. On Raw, Cesaro and Sheamus retained their newly won Raw Tag Team titles against The New Day. Thanks to special referee Dana Brooke, Charlotte defeated Bayley. And in the main event of Raw, Roman Reigns retained the United States Championship against Kevin Owens. On SmackDown, it was dubbed as the SmackDown Wild Card Finals. It was basically like a mini pay-per-view. It was a hell of a show. John Cena returned and announced that he would challenge whoever held the WWE title at the end of the night at the Royal Rumble. American Alpha won the SmackDown Tag Team titles in a Four Corners elimination match for the tag titles featuring the Wyatt family, American Alpha, Heath Slater and Rhino, and the Usos. Alexa Bliss retained the SmackDown Women's title against Becky Lynch with some help from someone under the La Luchadora mask. Who's it gonna be? And in the main event of SmackDown, AJ Styles retained the WWE title against Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler in a triple threat match. So this week's winner goes to SmackDown. It was just an incredible show. Raw didn't really have too much of interest for me, but SmackDown, on the other hand, I loved it top to bottom. It only had 3 matches. They were all amazing matches. You had the return of John Cena. I loved it. SmackDown closes out the year with a well-deserved victory. It was announced that next week on Raw, Braun Strowman will take on Sami Zayn in a last man standing match. Also, Goldberg will be making his return. It is now official that at the Royal Rumble, it will be John Cena taking on AJ Styles for the WWE title. Rumor going around is that Kurt Angle could be making a return to WWE in April. Of course, this rumor is basically going around every day. Kurt Angle's returning. Kurt Angle's going to return. And I'll believe it when I see it. I certainly hope it's true, but I guess we'll have to see. Some matches that are rumored to be locked in for WrestleMania 33 are Goldberg vs. Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins vs. Triple H, and Big Show vs. Shaq. Honestly, I think all of these are going to happen. It makes sense. Lesnar and Goldberg are both in the Rumble. They'll probably both eliminate each other or something like that, set up a match at WrestleMania. Triple H and Seth Rollins needs to happen at WrestleMania. And Big Show and Shaq, I mean, that's the rumor. I don't really care about it, but I can see it happening because you got your celebrity appearance there, and yeah. So, I certainly hope WrestleMania 33 is better than WrestleMania 32. I really wasn't a fan of 32, but with all the people on the roster, as long as they make it a good card and focus less on the old guys and more on the, guys who are there all the time, I think it could be a hell of a show. So yeah, this closes out 2016, and although it was kind of, for my personal life, it was a great year. I loved 2016. It was kind of a shitty year for, just outside, things like politics, celebrity deaths, just bad environmental things, bad things happening, but as far as wrestling, I think it was a phenomenal year, one of the best and most landmark years in wrestling in a long, long time. I mean, you had AJ Styles, a guy who I never thought would ever be in WWE, is in WWE. Now he's the WWE champion. I remember back in January hearing rumors AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Gallows and Anderson are all coming to WWE right after Wrestle Kingdom, and I was like, what the fuck? And it happened. AJ Styles debut in the Royal Rumble. Shinsuke Nakamura debut on NXT at TakeOver Dallas. Gallows and Anderson shortly after that. And although Gallows and Anderson aren't being used greatly right now, they're here in WWE. AJ Styles is on top of WWE as the champion, and Shinsuke Nakamura is NXT champion, and is sure to make a huge splash on the main roster. It's just insane. Other things. The women's division is back. There's a women's title. There's 2 women's titles. I honestly thought we'd be stuck with that stupid butterfly belt and the term divas and catfight shit for a long time, probably forever. And now this year, they're treating the women like superstars. They're not called divas. They don't have their own term. They're just superstars. And they had probably my favorite match, I'd say the best match, at WrestleMania this year. And now you've got them fighting in stipulation matches, Hell in a Cell, Last Man Standing, Falls Count Anywhere, Iron Man match, just everything. It's awesome. They're being treated finally like they should be. And just having a beautiful women's championship, not a divas championship, and them being called superstars and not divas is just, it's what they deserve. The brand split is back, which I think is one of the best things of the year. I mean, I didn't think this would happen. I thought we'd be stuck with Raw being the 8th show and SmackDown just kind of being a show that has, probably better matches, but it's just not really that important. Now SmackDown is must watch. It's beating Raw almost every week, and But that being said, Raw is still putting on, in my opinion, a good product. It's just not as good as SmackDown. I think the brand split has helped out so many people, especially guys like The Miz and Heath Slater. And we're getting to see, people getting a chance. It's just great. I love the brand split. I'm so happy it's back. I'm so happy to see what they do with it in 2017. And then they had a Cruiserweight Classic tournament. When I heard about that, I thought, I couldn't believe it. Now they had a tournament bringing in, and it's not because it's Cruiserweight, it's because they brought in these huge names and some smaller names from the indies, and they wanted to showcase them, and they're all being themselves. They have their own names, and they're just getting to wrestle. They're just getting to wrestle. And they had a tournament. Now there's a Cruiserweight division. There's a Cruiserweight championship. It's just mind-blowing, all these amazing things. And now next year there's going to be a UK championship tournament. There's going to be a women's tournament probably. They're going to keep doing these tournaments. It's like wrestling is back as the core focus of WWE, it seems. I mean, there's shitty stories and there's stupid, forced pushes and stuff like that. But WWE is in a much better place than it was last year and the year before that. It's great to watch, and sometimes I feel like because I feel spoiled because it's so good now, that when I look back at 2012 or 2011 or something, I'm like, oh my god, we've got it so good. We've got some of the best performers in the world, all in WWE, and not just in WWE, outside. I mean, amazing things are happening. New Japan's just about to put on Wrestle Kingdom 11. I can't wait to watch that. TNA doing crazy stuff with Broken Matt Hardy and the Final Deletion. Ring of Honor, I haven't been paying attention to too much, but I mean, they're putting on a good product, and other promotions coming up and making a name for themselves. 2016 was a great year for wrestling. That's what I'm trying to say. So thanks for watching this week's episode of Wrestling Roundup. Be sure to tune in next week and next year and see the first episode of 2017. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.